Welcome back to Timberborn. Alright, so I went ahead and got the excavator going, just because kind of gonna need the water. The water? I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Gonna need the dirt to fill in some of the water area, which I kind of already pasted to kind of get started with. Because I'll probably just go ahead and have them fill this all up while, you know, in their off time. But the plan for today is to take this area and build it into the new production area. So everything we're going to need for the industrial stuff. So like, you know, robots and all that other jazz. So what we're going to be looking at doing is transferring and building everything here. So I'll probably end up getting rid of all this, you know. Redo the roads, tear out the bushes, you know, fill in the gap here. I don't know. I might just leave that. Not even bother trying to bulldoze it or anything like that. So, But there are very, very important things that need to be done with this. Because I think what I will do is also put the extra buildings over here too. Like, the hauling posts and the builder sets might be over here as well. I'm not 100% sure. Because the other thing I have to do is run the power lines all around. Because what I might do is try to very briefly set up this wall as well. Because I'm going to need the power from here. So I'm kind of thinking I might as well do this and put these up here. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because, you know, there is that centerpiece, and if I block that up, this will just flood. But they're slowly building up the wall here. So I think what I'm going to do is get these in as well. Line this area with these big water wheels so we have power. Because the other thing that has to be done here is I'm going to, like, put, like, sluice gates and stuff over here so I can get rid of the bad water when that happens. That'll be on both sides, but I only did it on this side. It's like a kind of a pre-plan for it. But it'll be pretty good. I don't think we're gonna come across too many problems getting this built. I guess the real problem that might come in is powering all of it, really, because it's gonna need a lot of power to do all this stuff. Because I would like to double all of my robot makers again. So take everything and double it. Which I might need more metal smelting and all that for it. Because I think I think I have everything. I just don't have a lot of it. So like, those I'm not making a lot of. Gears are probably alright. But there's something. Yeah, so yeah, I need to make the grease factory. Oh yeah, because I'm not even making the oil. But yeah, so we don't even have canola or anything either. So yeah, gonna have to get that figured out as well. Because I actually kind of would like to get the other foods done too. Which what I'm kind of thinking is I might build, you know, like this area will be the farmland. But I think because of how amazing these platforms and cheap they are now, what I might do is build like a layer, you know, go up a couple, maybe 3 blocks, build a platform, and then build the food production buildings above them. So like the food factories above it, the coffee brewers, hydroponic gardens, that kind of stuff. And then grow everything above it. So that'll be probably for the next time. But that's kind of what I've been thinking. I've also been ripping up all these trees to try and build as much as possible and get all of the wood because, I'm really going to need to extend the wood farm over here. What I might do is cut all these down and then convert this into some berry bushes far away because I'm not even sure how much. Well, actually, do you need berry bushes for the advanced ones? I don't remember. Yeah, 5 berries and 5 extract. Okay, so yeah, we'll need to up the extract and everything because I would like to have the advanced breeding pods as well. we'll take out the whole, like, waiting for waiting for the kids to grow up and just have adults. But I'm going to go ahead and start kind of planning this out, because I'm not sure if I want to put power above this as well. So, like, build all of my structures, or plan all my structures out, and then build, like, did I say plan? Plan it all out and build platforms above it. You know? And then put engines across the top, so I have, like, a whole layer, you know? Because I would kind of like to do more layering. Something that you couldn't really do a lot. Unless it was painfully slow to do in other versions. But with those platform changes, I want to use them a lot. Because 90 ingots, I guess 90 plates is really nothing when you think about it. So, ooh, that's not a bad idea either. Build the storage, build the buildings on top of the storage, and then build the power over this. You know, everything else. We might have a multi-layer industrial heartland here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on that. Get some planning done, get some, you know, stuff finagled around in here, and I'll check back in with you. Well, at the breaking of a new wet season, I've done some planning. So, well, yeah, done a lot. I've decided to, you know, enact my my plan, which I think looks pretty cool. I mean, the overhangs are very nice, very pretty. I've also, those vertical power shafts are also very, very helpful with this whole, like, setup and plan anyway, so I like that very, very much. The only thing I think I have to do is connect power. No, I think I've got it already. No, I don't. Actually, I don't. I'm a liar. Actually, I gotta go in here and actually do this. Oops. That's my... Oopsies. Well. See, it always helps to come and look at stuff the second time, or in the third time, and the fourth time to make sure you get it right this time. So that should be good. Alright, so that should all have power. I just kind of filled the top of this. I doubt we're going to need anywhere near this many generators for this kind of small production area. But then again, this will power other things as well. Like, oh, that reminds me, I didn't put the grease factory in here. Damn it. Whoops. But I will also need to get, like, or this will be, I can't talk. This will be, like, the area to produce the food. Like, the power for the food production area. Which is why there's only stockpiles for the production goods and whatnot. So, when we move over to here, we'll have to, like, I'm gonna try, actually, oh, maybe I should have go ahead and do that now. Because I'm gonna try and run a power line on the sides of the edges, which I should actually probably plan and put that in before they actually start building that. Before I mess everything up. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that so I can put that. Oh, I can't do it from the other end though, because those power shafts don't connect like that. Ah! Okay. I'll have to finagle something to figure that out, I guess. Oops. But, it's not the end of the world. What I'll probably do is, like, stick some decorations and stuff on top of these. Because I don't think there's enough room to get crazy, right? Like, I can't do anything ridiculous, can I? Like, stick another, no. That would, technically I could have, if I had planned to do that before I put the platform down. But I'm not too worried about it. Could always put, like, some of the bushes and stuff like that up there. Like the, what are they called? Put some shrubs up there, you know, do some, I mean, hell, I could even put some fences up there just because. So I'm not too upset. Which I'm assuming this is going to be, well, I don't know. This might not be enough production in some things. I don't know. I might extend it down, you know, like build another overhang platform and do like another row of maybe plank and gear makers just because. I don't know yet. Haven't thought that far if I'm actually gonna... I didn't do the math to see if I'm actually gonna have enough stuff to produce the things that I need. I did not do that. Which I'll probably go back and look at that later. Just to see if I need to extend it. Like, I know what I would like to do... Ooh, that's actually an interesting thing. When I run the power line on this side, you know, because I want to have a power line on each thing in a scaffold. So what I might do is run the scaffolding on this side, put the power line on this level right here, and run this across. Or no, put the power here and then do an overhang. And I could have the storage for the wood elevated above the platform. So that might be a very, very interesting and cool idea. Because I'd like to start cutting these trees down and whatnot. I'm trying to think if I would rather do little, like, ponds and stuff for that. Make, like, little 3x3s. Since 1x1s, I don't think irrigate very well anymore. Or at least 1 by, you know, like, a long string of them. I don't know if the stuff works very well for that anymore for irrigation, so I'll have to try and figure that out. But we're moving along pretty well. It's just going to take a hot minute for them to get all the scaffolding built, which is going to destroy all of the wood supply, so I'm just going to keep cutting wood, you know, all of the extra wood on the map. What I might do is start trying to work on this so I can get new stuff growing. Because that might be a better idea. Like, I might replant this area up here as a wood farm, just because I would rather have the, I guess, the wood being grown and getting done as opposed to not having it at all when I need it, or at least have it where they can just cut it down if they need it. So we'll work on that. They're cutting down this forest pretty well too, and then we can start moving on all the food, which might take longer than I expect, actually, because some of this food stuff is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna hope that I can do this without any real trouble. Don't know yet, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna go ahead and get more of this constructed, and I will be right back. Well, things might be looking a little different. I did a lot of work. A lot of work. And oh, my god, painful. So, I found out something very sad as well. Granted, this whole area is done, pretty much, other than another set of platforms, which they will build on their own here when I tell them to. Wow, so, turns out the water does not fit in this channel. It will very slowly, well, not super slowly, it will be noticeable, but it will backfill and flood the area. Which I learned. You know, extremely critical to the whole plan of everything I was doing, so this whole thing technically doesn't fully work. Which sucks, but I already have a solution for it. Granted, my really bad solution is to allow one sluice gate on each side to let water out. It's not good, but I do have a fix for it. And I've already kind of pre-planned it on the other side. I'm gonna make the canal area 1 block wider on each side to account for this. And this should give us the exact, like, perfect everything we need to be able to get the water to go through. Which, you know, does make me sad because, ugh, that's painful. It's very painful. But it is nice to have all the stuff running. Everything's getting made, lots of stuff, you know. Now that we have the mechanized heartland done, we can really kind of build a lot and do a lot without taking forever, because this took so long. I'm so glad I have the Unstockify mod that allows, you know, beavers to not get stuck anywhere. Prevents them from getting themselves, like, built into a hole or something. Which is amazing. So I don't have to, like, worry about them while they're building, which is good. And, yeah, this took so long because I cleaned all the trees on the map and realized I was so woefully unprepared to build this many levees. So, you know, got a little crazy. Decided to start slapping down more and more trees to get taken care of. I sealed 2 of the bad water discharges just because I don't really want to deal with that. This is going to be the tree area. I don't need to be pumping bad water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this down here into a bad water pumping station, since I will use the bad water on this side. I had it, this one's currently set up because this is the one I was using originally. So, granted it's here, but it's not going to stay here. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to set up the rest of, well, tearing this down and rebuilding is not actually going to be that hard. It's really just going to take the beavers the time to move and pick up all of the levees, really. The thing that I really have to spend a hot minute to figure out is the platforming. Is how I'm going to do this. Because it's going to be 7 wide instead of 5, so it kind of breaks my whole perfect setup. So, that kind of sucks. So, oh well. But we'll get over it. We can figure it out. You know, whatever. But, it's done. The project is complete. We have everything we need. The only thing we don't really have a lot of is, whatever this is, right? Is grease. Yeah, grease is the only thing we're not technically making a lot of, but I'm not sure if that's just because we haven't saturated all the bots yet. So, you know, I don't know. But I will have to get into moving all of this. Essentially, I have to move all this over 1 tile, which I've kind of already set up and can do without problem. Especially because this side is built that way. The only thing I have to do is reconfigure the power lines over here. Which, that won't be hard. I can figure that out, you know. 'Tis not a problem. If anything, I'll move it down and start it from this side and go up and over if I have to, as opposed to doing it down the center. Whatever. But it is steady things ahead. The next video is going to be the food area. We're going to get, you know, well, probably get a little bit of this kind of built. Probably go up a couple things at least. Or at least get maybe some of those walls built. Because in the background of working on the food production area, I'm going to get this area kind of built and sorted. Because, you know, I'll have to lay out and blow up the ground and terrain to be able to get this set up correctly so I can build my food production area the way I want it. So, not too hard, not too bad, but that is, you know, that's a tomorrow problem. So, with all of this production set up, we are done for today. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the food production. I can't even talk in the next video. Bye-bye.